This is our final project, the Hershey's Candy Thesaurus. Megan Davis, Jennifer Hill, and Sandy Bielinski-Rice. Dr. Zhang, Info 247, Spring 2018. After considering several thesaurus topics, we chose candy as our topic. After realizing how broad that domain could be, we decided to focus our efforts on creating a thesaurus for the Hershey Company. A little information about the Hershey Company. The Hershey's Company, or originally called Hershey's Chocolate Company, was founded by Milton S. Hershey in 1894 as a subsidiary to the Lancaster Caramel Company, and in 1900 he began manufacturing the famous Hershey's milk chocolate bars that we enjoy today. In the initial planning steps, we created a Google Team Drive, set regular meeting times to work on the thesaurus together. After the beginning steps, we began to work through phases 1 to 5, which started with term extraction. Domain analysis. We gathered many different resources that included books, encyclopedias, reference book, indexes, videos, online interactive sites, blogs, websites, even journals, forums, and interest groups. We then examined and selected our resources in order to have some control over our vocabulary. After reviewing the literature, we could establish the concepts within the topic, facets to support specification, and create a transcription of terms based on the thesaurus schema. We concluded the objectives for the thesaurus should include brands, ingredients, and processing procedures of chocolate. Objectives we believe would be of interest to chocolate enthusiasts as well as consumers. We excluded other kinds of candy brands and candy making processes not associated with the Hershey Company brand, and exclusively focused on chocolate making process, ingredients, and the Hershey Company brand candy. We came up with a total of 122 terms, 119 preferred terms, and 3 non-preferred terms. Hutchinson's fundamental facets as a template to create our classified index. Living entities and organisms, plants associated with the chocolate and the candy making process, including the cacao tree and its fruit. Attributes, properties, and qualities include the allergens and dietary restrictions. Materials or constituent substances ingredients included in the candy making process. Parts or components, parts of the cacao fruit and its process features. Agents are confection handlers and farmers. Equipment used in the chocolate or candy making process. End products are the Hershey's brand name chocolate and candy products. Actions and activities, processes, and operations in making candy, chocolate, and candy. Space, place, and location includes the farms, towns, and locations that are relevant to the Hershey Company and the candy making process. Time is holidays and events in which Hershey confections can be consumed. The terms within the thesaurus display hierarchical and associative relationships, as well as establish a controlled vocabulary on the topic. There are several advantages of initiating vocabulary control within the subject of the Hershey's Company. The advantages include the creation of a standardized list of terms, the organization of terms into facets that simplifies informational retrieval, utilization of relationships to explore relevant connections between terms, the assignment of scope notes to clarify definitions of concepts. Conventions used for determining thesaurus relationships. We use the ANSI-NISO acronyms in our hierarchical thesaurus to convey relationship. An example of use is the cacao pod. We use the cacao fruit. An example of broad term is Brookside, and another example is the Hershey's Candy brand. An example of a narrow term is dietary restrictions and kosher. An example of the related term is Jolly Rancher or the corn syrup. Final term selection. In the ANSI NISO, some of the concepts the rules we went by are types of concepts are Christmas, birthdays, and baby showers. Grammatical forms are ship to shipping, caramelized to caramelization. Our count nouns are graduations, dairy farms, and refining machines. Our mass nouns are sugar, salt, vanilla, and kosher. Our factors to be considered are compound terms such as conch machines, good and plenty, and had to be included to prevent misleading associated relationships. We could not break up those terms because they didn't make sense if they were separated. This is a sample of our alphabetical index that includes the conch machine and conching that included the scope note to explain the significance. A picture of a conch machine is shown to the right for those who are wondering. This is a sample of our classified index that covers the materials or substances, constituent substances, which in this case consists of ingredients. Thank you very much for watching our presentation. If you have any questions, post them, please.